Welcome to Tuesday's Look North. In tonight's headlines, growing numbers of children at risk from sexual exploitation on Teesside.
It's a really complex area and sadly there's no silver bullet solution to it.
Army medics from York prepare to fly to West Africa to help fight the Ebola crisis. Fears that a rural community for adults with learning disabilities is under threat. A 60-year-old community that pioneered a new way of caring for people with disabilities is under threat, according to campaigners. Since Botton village in North Yorkshire was established, adults with special needs have lived alongside unpaid carers in shared homes. But now the carers have been told to accept paid employment or be forced to leave. Our business correspondent Ian Reeve reports.
Juliet and Francis. They live in Botton village, a North Yorkshire community that cares for those with learning disabilities.
I came in 1999 and I've been here for 15 years and I really like it over here and I want to stay in Botton.
Botton's a very nice place and I really enjoy it there very much. I work in the mornings in the inner garden and in the afternoons I work in the seed workshop.
May the powers of the air be in the rising of the east. May the warmth of my love add strength to the load.
Alongside Botton residents are carers, so-called co-workers. They live and work with the villagers. They get food and board, but the trust that runs Botton wants that to end. They'll have to become paid employees and move into separate accommodation for tax reasons and high costs, says the trust. Fran's son Dan has been at Botton for 9 years. She dreads the looming changes, the turning on its head of a community of equality.
He and I would think the majority of villagers are going to be heartbroken. They live with families, they live as part of families, and suddenly that is going to be taken away. They're going to live separately.
The trust has now written to co-workers, telling them that if they don't agree to the new deal, they could be dismissed. The issues galvanised this part of North Yorkshire with public meetings, and an action group determined that the co-workers shouldn't be forced away from the people they've cared for and shared their lives with.
Let's be quite clear, they will leave with nothing. They've given their life to Botton, they've given their life to the charity, and all the charity is giving them in return, frankly, is the boot.
For its part, the trust that runs Botton says the community's not under threat. It won't close, as has been claimed, but merely become compliant and safe, and the unique way of life is valued. Francis and Juliet are just two people hoping that that really is the case. Ian Reeve, BBC Look North, North Yorkshire.
Well, the Chief Executive of the Camp Hill Village Trust, Hugh John, also told us that managers have been trying to engage with co-workers since May about the required changes. Many co-workers have done so, but some have continued not to. And a recent letter was one of many encouraging them to talk. He also said there's no unified viewpoint from co-workers, the villagers or their relatives.